Hello, and welcome to Art Snacks. Today we're going to draw a tree, a very simple tree with crayon. We're going to start down here with the trunk. Okay, the trunk's going to split like a Y, like your finger's doing a peace sign. It's going to kind of split into two. Okay, now if you make that split into two, make this one split into three. Ooh, it's starting to get complicated now. Split into two, and then another one. You can see that these branches are getting thinner and thinner as it goes up. If you ever need to draw a quick tree for some reason, this is a quick way to draw a tree. At some point they just become one line with the crayon. And that's all good. There's a lot of branches. Sometimes it gets pretty confusing up in there. Now let's give that trunk a little bit of texture. Let's give it a little hole there where it meets the ground. Maybe it's on a hilltop. Maybe there's a little tire swing. Maybe that tree loves it when kids come and play. Maybe that tree needs some leaves. Here's where it gets fun. I just use little circles. Little circles and little circles. Now I'm going to start with one green. Then I'm going to use another green and try to have some variation in the green so they're not all exactly the same. You can see it kind of goes right off the top of the page. Kind of see some green back in here and some green back in here and some green back in here. I like to sometimes outline where I'm going to go and then fill in, or you can just kind of take off. Are you a takeoff person or an outline person? Everyone's different. Let's bring the green back in here. And now let's give that trunk a little texture. How about some little bark lines? Bark, bark, bark. If you're an older kid and doing this, well, sometimes I act silly. If you're a young kid and doing this, often I act silly. I could bring some branches out this way, up into the green sometimes. Let's try another green. Wonder how dark we can get that. Let's try this green. So mix in a little bit of dark value here and there. So it looks like some leaves might have shadows. Some might be darker and some might be lighter. Also, it's nice to have one side of the tree a little bit darker. So it looks like the sun's coming from one side. You've got a little shadow on here. Let's get some grass going. Here's my secret grass technique. Don't tell anyone. This is my secret technique called 3 crayons at one time. You know this technique? I bet you use this technique too. When I have to make a million blades of grass really fast. And I want some variation there. Don't forget to let them come up above the ground line. That's called letting grass work for you here. Now I'm going to use the darkest one to put a few blades of grass that are taller right next to the tree. Okay? And that's our tree. See you next time.